Should we do some awards?
Yes. I shouldn't be in shot, really.
Da, 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun.
The Wenton 2020 Music Awards.
Yeah. So Wenton King, hello. Awards, New Year 2020. So it's time. It's time to pick the best of the best.
It's a nice jolly one to get us back into the swing of things.
Yeah. So how do we do this? Are you going to do the comedy routine first? Ricky Gervais, go. It is Gervais. I always say Gervais.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
So John Anderson, he sucks, doesn't he? Ha 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 ha.
Silly hippie.
Yeah. Bono, what about him?
What a mong.
Yeah.
That's the word that's used, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it really. Should we do some awards?
Yeah.
God, this is so boring. Let's do some awards. 3 hours.
So yeah, and the first award is Best King Crimson Song. So the winner is. Oh, I can't believe it. Locks Tongues Part 2.
Locks Tongues Part 2. Oh, I thought Part 3 was a shoe-in for that.
So what about you?
Well, for me, if I just have a quick look in there. That's a bit of a surprise. People will love me saying this. Is it Dinosaur off Thrack?
Dinosaur. That's a good.
Yeah, everyone will love that.
Best King Crimson Song.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, Locks 2 is a big song for me. You know, it's a thing I think, King Crimson, what do they sound like? Well, I really like Locks Tongues too, and obviously Schizoid Man, but you wouldn't choose Schizoid Man because it's too obvious. So Locks Tongues Part 2.
Well, it's just an awesome song, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Locks Tongues Part 2. And it's a big moment.
The moment
of King Crimson, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Best Genesis Song. So I open the envelope again.
Yep.
And the winner is. I can't quite see. Roundabout. No. That's more difficult. I mean, at the same time, you can just choose Supper's Ready, can't you? The best Genesis song. And then that's so obvious. I know Tony Banks said there was a vote sometime in the 70s of the best song in the world. Stairways was one, and Supper's Ready was two, and he says maybe if it wasn't 26 minutes long, it would have been played more, and that would still be the case. It would still be that famous, And I wonder if he's implying the later writing technique.
Yeah,
would have got it to more people, which is true, but it wouldn't have been as good. It's Supper's Ready, In terms of those sidelong things, it is the definitive one of the sidelong, a whole load of stuff put together, builds. It's a journey. That's what Mike Rutherford calls it, isn't it? Doesn't he? You really get a big payoff at the end, and it has to be long to get the payoff, doesn't it? You can't make that concise. The argument of being concise won't have the emotional payoff. You can't just have walking across the sitting room, as sure as eggs is eggs. That won't feel, with that Willow Farm and all the rest of it. So length is important.
Length is important, apparently, unfortunately. When we go to watch Musical Box, we're going to watch
we're watching
Supper's Ready, basically.
Yeah, I think that's why they stopped doing The Lamb. Because much as I'd like to see The Lamb, if you go and see that band, you want to see Supper's Ready.
Yeah, interesting enough. And, of course, I Can't Dance.
Well, that's the main...
Yeah.
And Jesus, He Knows Me.
Yep.
Should we do the next song? Do you want to open an envelope?
Yeah.
This is an envelope, this one. Best... And the award for the best Led Zeppelin song goes to...
Could be really controversial here. The Lemon Song.
Ooh, like that. They didn't write it, though. Killing Floor, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it. No, actually. Well, the vocals are completely stolen. The vocals are Killing Floor. I don't know how much of the music is from a version of Killing Floor. I don't know if that riff is nicked from someone else. I've got a feeling it might be. Not the original. It's not the original Killing Floor that has that thing. But I've got a feeling a version does. It's a great guitar solo. I mean, that's really rough Jimmy Page just going for it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Should I have said Stairway there? Because then
Stairway to Heaven?
I mean, if we're going to...
Are you watching Stairway to Heaven? Let's listen to the solo. Well, I'll put in maybe a time code for the Lemon Song solo. Because this is definitely written by Led Zeppelin. This bit. So, don't forget the Lemon stuff is Robert Johnson, but not Killing Floor. It's from somebody else. And obviously, nothing like as obvious as when Robert Plant does it. when all the bootlegs that are listed as Lemon Song, when he went into it in Whole Lot of Love, it wasn't a Lemon Song at all. It was just Plant going on about squeezing my lemon and some blues jam. It wasn't Lemon Song at all. They did play the Lemon Song though. Most of the bootlegs listed it as Killing Floor. Written and recorded on the road. It Led Zeppelin 2. Obviously, it was that particular time was the only way they could have got another album out so quick. So yeah, the Lemon Song. I mean, for me, it's probably Achilles' Last Stand. This is a bit boring and predictable, but the thing that came into my head actually was In the Light. That's just timeless. That you don't get bored of In the Light. You never get bored of In the Light. The thing about Led Zeppelin 4 isn't how it's sort of it can be done once you've heard it enough. Levy Breaks probably is the most immune to that, but I know Stairway to Heaven. I know the sound it makes, but In the Light, and actually that whole side 3 of Physical Graffiti, In the Light, Bronner, the nice little bit of acoustic, and Down by the Seaside, 10 Years Gone. And that's their best side, I reckon.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. So the award should have been Best Side.
Best side, yeah.
Of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Next, the best, heaviest band of all time, Black Sabbath song. As you can see, we haven't actually decided what the winners are. They're written in here, honestly. We're not just making them up as we go along at all.
Well, we don't decide, you see. Hector the Prog God decides.
Yeah.
And sends us envelopes.
It's funny, I don't think about best songs. That's what this is interesting. I think about best albums.
Yeah. That's a proggy thing, isn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah. And the winner is Fairies Wear Boots.
Controversial.
That's my favourite. Yeah, probably is my favourite Black Sabbath song. Paranoid is not my favourite Black Sabbath album. But Fairies Wear Boots. There you've got something really... That's what Sabbath's about. Not 80s metal, and that's in Paranoid or even War Pigs to a certain extent, or NIB or something. But there you've got a swing, and that's Bill Ward. Without Bill Ward, it would be boring and it would just be riffs with drummers.
Controversial.
There's a fantastic cover by Brown Sabbath. I really recommend it, and I say the Brown Sabbath's take on it. There's a spirit of Sabbath there, which all the metal that they influenced doesn't have. So yeah, Fairies Wear Boots. So what's your favourite Sabbath song?
So many, isn't there? I really like Sabracadabra. But there's something about that first album and the title track that is just awesome.
It's weird, I was thinking about that today.
Yeah. It's all there.
Yeah.
That is Black Sabbath, and I'd probably go with that one. I mean, War Pigs is obviously great. Paranoid, the problem with that is I just think of that as a pop song. Yeah, I'll go Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath.
Oh, great.
If that's allowed.
Well, great, yeah. I mean, that first album as an album, I mean, Paranoid's probably might have better songs, but Black Sabbath's got the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's not even intentional. They weren't making. They were just playing the songs. They had no idea.
The first time I listened to Black Sabbath, I was like, should I be listening to this? Dun, dun, dun.
And that's the same feeling I got from watching Hammer Horror when I was 10. I don't get it now from watching Hammer Horror, but I do get it from listening to that amazing album.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, the prog people, that one, and Sabbath Bloody Sabbath.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
Jack.
Do you want to do the next one?
Yeah, what is the next one?
Best Jethro Tull song.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The best Jethro Tull song on a Jethro Tull album, written by Jethro Tull, is...
Mr. Tull.
No, what's the last track on the one I like?
Do you mean Minstrel?
Yeah, Minstrel in the Gallery.
Baker Street Muse.
Yeah, Baker Street Muse.
That's good.
That's my favourite one.
That's kind of a forgotten, awesome bit of fantasticness.
Yeah.
That one. It's funny, it's not...
It's a real epic end to the album, isn't it? It's sort of like...
I have no time for Time magazine. It would have to be something from the folk trio. And over the years, I've tended to say Heavy Horses is my favourite of those three. But album, yeah. But I mean, I've just got the big box set of Stormwatch. That's that one, and that's my favourite Jethro Tull album. It's so good, and it's definitive Jethro Tull. The other two are more folky and go off in that direction. Stormwatch, because it's the last of that era of Jethro Tull. It's like they bring everything together and do another awesome album of awesome Jethro Tulling, and that's my favourite Jethro Tull album. And it turns out they don't agree. Now, when you're there in it, and obviously it's when they broke up, you can understand that to a certain extent, but still, it's so good. Great album. I'm going to say Dunringill, which isn't even, but that's right now, and that's all there is. That's all that matters, isn't it? What do I really like right now, and that's it.
It's the current thing. Next year it will be completely different.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'll put a link because no one will remember that song unless. Well, actually, no, people will because they've just got the box set. But best Jethro Tull line is "Her legs went on forever, like staring up into infinity." That's the best line. Okay, best. Sam's got to do this one, obviously. The best ELP song.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, you do like some ELPs.
I can't remember them. That's the problem. Best ELP song by ELP is... I don't know.
You like the first album.
I'll tell you what, shall I get ELP up?
I can't remember if you like. I think maybe you liked Tarkus, but I don't know whether it was too much. But I think you like the Barbarian. I remember you saying you like the Barbarian.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer artist. Ooh, I could do Lucky Man.
Oh yeah,
that'd piss everyone off.
Yeah. Wrote it when he was like 12 or something. That's the Barbarian.
Actually, that's not bad. No, can't do it. But Take a Pebble.
Take a Pebble. What a great song.
Yeah.
What's that? It's piano.
Oh, it's so nice. Take a Pebble for me.
I listened to Emerson, Lake and Powell over Christmas, and it occurs to me that they're all dead. They've all passed away. All three of them. Isn't that, that's just mind blowing. It's such a. I wish. The ELP are a what if to a certain extent. They did, but at the same time, they sort of burnt themselves out or something. And even Keith Emerson's biography kind of finished in 1977, and he just said, "Oh yeah," and we did some other albums, and then now it's What? That's. I don't really understand why they just didn't want to do it anymore. And I think Works was over they'd been tipped over. That was already, that. Obviously, brain salad surgery is an amazing piece of work. It's the most complicated thing they ever did. It's much more complex than anything else they did. It gives a misleading impression about how sort of technical they are and the kind of players they are. They're much more rock and roll and traditional bow players than it appears on there. And it is an incredible accomplishment. But I think Trilogy is a better album, and I think the song Trilogy is a masterpiece. And Love Beach, which Sam is looking at now, is the greatest thing you will ever hear. The best cover and the coolest people on the front, and the way they're dressed is so cool. I bet they get all the girls with those medallions.
Best album cover ever.
Yeah. The cover of Trilogy is so bad. Someone defended it and said, "Look, it's like the three of them. They're naked.
Yeah, we get
they're
it.
Naked.
We get what's going on the cover.
We get it. I don't think it's very good. It's really obvious and terrible. I like Tarkus. The front of Tarkus. I like
it's pretty cool.
Colours and it gets the music.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's the LP.
Thank God for that. Next.
Yeah, so it's okay now. It's all fine now, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, and next Sam has to do. No, I'll do it first. And the next award goes to the best Yes song. Yet another example of a mixture of different backgrounds, and that from before then that wasn't a thing that happened. You've got a choir boy and someone from Accrington. And the guy from Accrington is the one that sings at the top. The choir boy is a bit lower. It's one of those magic things that they met and stuff happened, and and the winner is. There's lots of choices. I knew it would be. Yeah.
It's not that.
It's Shoot High, Aim Low. It's that one on the next album. Yeah, that's the winner.
Great.
Next song. Right.
So many to choose from.
Yeah, I listened to what's it called? It's called Highlights from '72 or something.
I was listening to that the other
day. Which of course doesn't have Bill on it because Bill didn't do the tour.
Oh, you need to do a Bill song. Surely.
There's a lot of great stuff after Bill went. Gates of Delirium.
Oh yeah, of course.
That album is insane. It's fan-bloody-tastic, and that's Alan White, and give him his kudos. He spent his entire career doing the hardest job in the world of the man who replaced Bill Bruford, and that album, wow. Close to the Edge, but I think Gates of Delirium is my favourite song.
So that's Patrick Moraz as well, isn't it?
It's Patrick Moraz as well. Yeah. So he's
no
doing
Bruford and no what's his face?
No Rick Wakeman here going.
Controversial.
And Awaken is the other one, I think. But yeah, Gates of Delirium. So Sam, what's your favourite Yes song?
Shit. The Revealing Sights of God. It's obviously the best.
Flight, something. Yeah, so that's Yes. Remember Yes? You remember that? Yeah, so that we've done some bands. That's the bands. Next is the best album ever.
Oh, Jesus.
So in this envelope that Sam's going to open contains the greatest album in the world.
Oh, well, it's actually quite easy.
Yeah.
Dung, dung, doodly, dung. It's got to be Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's the best album ever made. In every way.
It is.
Because, if you include everything, all the criteria, it's the best album in the world.
So maybe we should discuss the contenders, yeah? Because that's probably more interesting.
Yes, it is, yeah. So I suppose the first thing is Sgt. Pepper that people will talk about. I think Sgt. Pepper has loads of filler on it.
Yeah, a bit saggy in the middle.
Yeah.
A bit like me.
And it's obviously special for all the reasons, but Abbey Road's better.
Yeah.
It's just
Fault,
bloody fantastic.
faultless.
Yeah. The weakest part of the album is awesome.
Yeah. So other contenders would have to be obviously the Pink Floyd offerings.
Yeah, so Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
And The Wall.
Yeah.
I don't think I would choose The Wall. I think there's horrible stuff on the second side. So that's a thing.
It's weird, isn't it? I mean, The Wall is a very, very special album.
Yeah.
But
it's the theatrics of it and everything.
Yeah.
So
whereas Dark Side of the Moon is quite similar to Abbey Road in the sense that it's strong all the way.
Yeah.
You know. Are there any other contenders?
It's the best album in the world ever.
What about
let's Google it.
What about Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, I mean,
I like Physical Graffiti, didn't I? But obviously then there's Led 4 and you like what's
Presence.
Presence, that's it.
And 3. But I like 3 more than
Actually
4.
3, yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like I said, 4 has a thing where you it's done. Once you've listened to maybe after the 100th listen or something.
Yeah, but I think 4 is a bit like Dark Side and Abbey Road in the sense that it is strong all the way through.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Thriller. Thriller's crap. I was really shocked. I thought it'd be good. You know. 2
good songs on it: Beat It and Thriller.
Yeah, the singles that we already know. People like Revolver. It's all the same bands, though, isn't it? Night at the Opera now. Best album of all time. Ooh. It says here Thriller's no longer the biggest selling album of all time.
It's probably
in the US.
Right.
That's a different thing.
It's probably that kid, isn't it? What's his name?
Justin Bieber.
That's him.
Oh, of course, yeah, it'll be him. Oh, it's the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles' greatest hits sold a lot for some reason. Obviously, because of that famous song, "New Kid in Town." You'll never leave. It's best selling. I keep going back to best selling.
No one best selling.
There's something definitive about selling England by the pound.
That's true, actually.
That Foxtrot has got Supper's Ready. The Lamb is my favourite Genesis album, but there's something. It's like we were saying, the perfect album.
But you're right, actually. The Battle of Epping Forest.
Yeah,
I think I quite liked it at the time. We reviewed it, but I mean, I do tire. I can skip this. Yeah,
I'll skip to the Reverend bit.
Yeah. So it's not quite there, is it? Whereas the Lamb, if the Lamb album was the same length as Selling, there wouldn't be a weak song on there.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that would probably do it, you know.
Yeah,
that'd be close. Yeah. But I mean, then you would lose a hell of a lot if you did that.
Yeah.
The whole story arc line.
I don't think that's. I mean, there isn't a King Crimson. That one. I think a lot of people say Red, but actually, it doesn't have enough there of King Crimson. That's possibly a fan thing, and I want like, you know, because to me it's all and that album doesn't have this and this and this on it, you know. Kurt Cobain said Red is the best album ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, that, because I would have thought if you're going to go listen to a King Crimson album, you'd say Lark's Tongue and Aspic, wouldn't you?
The production's shit. And now, of course, we've got the Stephen Wilson remix, which has helped hugely, but Red sounds wonderful. And it's got horns and strings on it. It's got saxophone on it.
Saxophone.
Whereas Lark's Tongues is that harsh, really harsh guitar and violin. But again, that's it's trying to have everything in all the King Crimsons, you know. And then Discipline is the different thing, and you know, all these albums are good. So number 1, Jack Boys by Jack Boys. I don't know what that is. Please excuse me for being antisocial. I like the title. Roddy Rich. Hollywood's Bleeding. Post Malone. I don't know of any of these. Fine Line. Harry Styles. I've heard that name. Frozen 2 soundtrack.
Harry Styles was from Redditch, or born in Redditch or something like that. Did you know that?
Oh, really? So he's just a singer. When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
This isn't like the charts now, is it?
It must be.
Billboard
it is.
200?
Yeah, it's the American chart actually.
All right.
Billie Eilish, Young Thug, what a stupid name. Da Baby, Taylor Swift. Heard of her, definitely. She's very successful, I think. But I think that's more. She like owns shares in things and all that stuff. Summer Walker. I've never heard of any of these people. Oh, Ed Sheeran. There you go. I know who Ed Sheeran is. Queen Greatest Hits. Number 23. What that tells you is that's just some remaster that's come out, and these have sold fuck all.
Yeah.
And the chart is meaningless because things just don't sell that much. Oh, it's okay because Lil Nas X is number 29. Ariana Grande, I've heard of her, but well, we all know the reason everyone's heard of her, sadly. Mustard. There's an artist called Mustard. Abbey Road is at number 36. Is it? There's a reason for that. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So yeah, next award goes to
This is what
the best album released in 2019, and it is Abbey Road. Because Abbey Road was remastered in 2019. We didn't review it. We didn't get around to it.
Oh.
Remixed, I should say. There's a remix of Abbey Road. Unlike the White Album, which sounded terrible before, now it sounds fantastic. It sounds the same. But then it shouldn't sound any different. How dare you?
Yeah. Don't mess with perfection.
Yeah, right, next.
What's the next
I've
award?
faffed too much now. Best album to be listened to on a rainy day in August. And the winner is...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll take out another one. We've wasted all these now. we need one. And the winner is... Oh, it could be anything.
Motion Picture Soundtrack by 10cc. That's the one I'll go for.
Oh, well, that. That's very cool.
Do. That's the way the cookie crumbles after all.
V or 5 by Spock's Beard.
Interesting.
It's kind of random.
It
Doesn't really have anything to do, but that's,
We've never reviewed
that's what
Spock's
I feel,
Beard.
man. We've never reviewed for Spock's Beard now. I don't know if we ever will. I really like Spock's Beard, and I've got most of their albums with the religious guy.
Is there a run of them?
There is a run of them, yeah. But there's a Neoprog thing. Neoprog isn't as good. That's a thing. So
It'd be hard for us to get past that, I think.
Yeah. And then I said we need sillier categories. So the serious among you may wish to switch off now. Because...
These are the appendices.
Yeah. There you go, Sam. Album to cause you to eat the most apples. Sam.
The album that would cause me to eat the most apples is... Drum roll, please.
I'm pretty good at that anymore. I used to be really good at that. Wenton.
A famous Elton John album.
Yeah, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, is that the
That'll do.
famous one?
Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
I've never listened to it. I don't listen to it.
Because I'd rather have colic than listen to that.
Isn't he good in the 70s? I think he might be good in the 70s.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never listened to it. It's quite strange. I mean, he's quite close to our stuff, actually. I think so. Just never... Don't like his voice. Dad.
I don't know what it is. I just get the impression he's got a formula for making music. And that formula is probably be quite good at music.
He's probably pianist.
Yeah, I kind of reject the the fact that there's a formula there.
That might be like a Phil Collins thing. In the 80s, he was terrible. And right, so yeah. Technically, this should be Sam doing this one, but this one is best song loosely based on Siddhartha, and the winner is The Snow Goose by Camel.
Keep knocking over the microphone, Kev.
Because we're at practice now. It takes a lot of skill to not knock over the microphone.
Well, that's probably all that whiskey I've been drinking.
Yeah, and the next award for Sam is the best song with a fish in it. Oh, fishy! I've given it away. Oh no, I haven't. No, that's not the song with a fish in it, is it? That's not a song.
Oh, fishy fish. A fish. A fishy.
For some reason, that I only think of the song that the Noel Coward song in the restaurant before Mr. Creosote.
Isn't it awfully nice to have a
because
penis?
the fish in the tank are talking. Yeah.
Oh shit! It's Mr. Creosote.
Massively underrated film. You know.
Yeah, Meaning of Life.
Yeah,
it is actually. It's because it's not
Life
Life of Brian.
Is overrated. Is the problem?
What?
Yeah. They're both fun. All three of those movies.
Bit of a push to say Life of Brian's overrated. I thought that was going to be the case because my Monty Python order was Meaning of Life, Holy Grail, and Life of Brian. And I thought there's no way that Life of Brian
could possibly be that good.
Could be that good, sort of thing.
Well, it is.
It's just every scene is quotable.
But the problem is, for me, all three films are just as good as each other. I can't choose one.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
And then people only talk about that one.
Yeah.
It's the most well made, obviously.
Yeah. So, a song about a fish. Is octopus a fish?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's...
It's underwater, isn't it?
Yeah.
Octopus.
No one there to tell us what to do. Don't you mean the album Octopus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing.
Not Octopus's Garden. Okay.
No. Oh, yeah.
The solo, the guitar solo from Octopus's Garden is the best guitar solo I've ever heard.
Can I change that to Octopus's Garden?
Yeah.
I do really like that.
Yeah. And I'm not joking when I say it's the best guitar. It's such a good guitar solo. It's just... Okay. Here we go. Next one is... We both got to answer this one. The worst song of all time. Now, obviously, we don't know the worst song of all time because there's...
So many songs.
Yeah, there's some kid in some rehearsal space in Birmingham now singing that song and we will never hear it. So it is a nonsense category, but it doesn't matter. The worst song of all time from, thing like, oh God. It should be something that should be good. It should be something that I should like and that they should have done better and they blew it.
Okay.
And to do this, you might need to do the same. I'm going to have to search because obviously I'm not going to know the name of the song. Oh, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Taste My Love by ELP. It's just so horrible. Oh, God.
I'm going to say China Girl by David Bowie.
I think it's quite good. I don't mind it at all. It is something that's been played at us in our faces forever.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, in that sense, it should be Duran Duran or something. It should be something we had hoisted upon us by the media in the 80s that we don't like, but is there and pushed in our faces and forced upon us.
Or should it be something from
Agadoo.
From 90s Pink Floyd?
Yeah,
that definitely should have been better. Ooh.
But then again, I mean, Momentary Lapse is worse. There's nothing on Momentary Lapse is a nothing album. There's nothing there. It's just nothing.
High Hopes.
High Hopes is brilliant. I think it's a really good song. It's the only good one. If I had a 2 CD compilation of Pink Floyd, because it's CD, you can't make it as long as you like, I would put High Hopes on it.
I think I did have a 2 CD compilation. Echoes.
Yeah, the real one though. But also, that's completely mad because they couldn't agree what to put on it, so it's all over the place.
I'm sure High Hopes.
There's loads from Momentary Lapse of Reason and from the Final Cut because obviously they're sort of like, no, my songs. That's the one. Yeah, that's it. You have to get to the vocals. Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've always said I agree with them continuing. There's nothing wrong with them continuing except for that. Right. Shame on Dave Gilmour because that's just crap.
It's such a difficult one, isn't it? Because I don't think Dave Gilmour had any sort of expectation that he was a great songwriter.
We didn't need to be. It was, well, have you written the album yet? Oh, I don't like that. But so we criticised him for that, but then that's what... It wasn't like... okay, Roger, I'll let you write your songs. Roger said, I'm writing the songs. Shut up. So he was forced into a position of not being the songwriter. And he didn't write anything on Dark Side. But he did start pushing again, and obviously Wish You Were Here is very Gilmour. There's a big Gilmour thing on there. That is the three of them writing. So, But yeah, there's that is only on there because he didn't write any other songs. And they really struggled with that album, remember. But that is awful.
So is that the worst song ever?
Yeah, I'm going to go with The Dogs of War.
Okay.
And it's on topic. It's current because they've released that box set. We've had box sets of the early years, up to and including Medal and Schoolboy Clouds. We've had box sets individually for Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, and The Wall. And now we've had the latter years, which is like 87 to...
They haven't done Animals?
No.
That's weird.
And which album needs remixing and isn't shit?
Oh, it's obviously Obscured by Clouds.
Obscured by Clouds is great. It doesn't need remixing though, it's fine.
Yeah.
So next category is the Miscellaneous Award. And the award goes to Master of Puppets. Because that's a fantastic album and I happened to listen to it a couple of days ago.
And it's a great title track as well.
The whole album is brilliant. Yeah. And that's the one particularly if you're a progger. And don't listen to Lars Ulrich about this is our prog album. That one is great. You got to listen because otherwise you'll think, well, this is just thrash, but it isn't. It's not that heavy even. There's loads of stuff going on, and it's the bass player influencing the songwriters. They just change that note there, and it's one of those best album in the world things where it's all perfect. It's 8 tracks and all that stuff. Wonderful. Do you want to do vinyl or laserdisc?
Yeah, and
the winner is
2020 award for vinyl or laserdisc is. Are these are 2020 awards or 2019?
2019 awards.
Okay,
yes.
so and the 2019 award for laserdisc or vinyl is vinyl. It's 3 years in a row for vinyl.
What? How can you have chosen that? What? This is. I demand a recount.
Unbelievable. Will laserdisc ever pull it out of the bag?
Yeah.
Find out at the 2020 awards.
Yeah. Well, I suppose technically vinyl won, and that laserdiscs aren't a thing. I'm on a couple of groups, and part of the thing they do is laserdisc. Actually, it's old computers, and the famously there was a Doomsday thing, and it was put on laserdisc.
Ooh.
And you need this massive laserdisc player to do it. And there's like photos of our shopping centre, local shopping centre, and things like that, in high resolution. Vinyl, it's madness. It is madness.
Dude, it.
Hey, you like the sound of vinyl, and people like to buy vinyl, and it's cool. And obviously the covers are fantastic. It's all those classic albums, and it just does not work on CD. I don't think I've really appreciated that until you actually have them in your hands. But the prices, you can go into HMV. HMV have got a big. I think it's saved HMV because it's such a huge section now of vinyl. The prices are insane. I'm going to find the photo. So some Genesis albums, right. Hang on.
Jeepers.
Yeah, so Seconds Out is $35.99. That's pounds, not dollars. That's more.
And these aren't like original pressings or anything, are they?
No bonus tracks, no nothing. Just a new version of Seconds Out, $35.99. No, Seconds Out is great. Is it worth $35.99? The Lamb, $26.99.
Okay,
the Lamb probably is worth that. That's not really the point, is it? Yeah, okay, But then Invisible Touch is $19.99.
Not worth it.
And Aqualung. Now this isn't like a special box set with bonus tracks. This is just the album. $39.99. I think there's a book or something. I don't know. And it's just because it's trendy, so people will pay silly prices. It's just like the Apple effect, where you can just double the price because people will pay it. You know, that's that. I suppose that's all prices is, isn't it? What they'll pay.
Yeah, so I think people who... Well, my experience of vinyl is it's nice to put a record on and not have the ability to easily skip tracks.
Yes.
So you put it on and you listen to it from at least the first half, from beginning to end sort of thing. And I think there is value in that.
Yeah.
I mean, the way we listen to music these days is very sort of flighty, isn't it, almost?
Well, yeah, that's what's happened, isn't it? And
Yeah.
that's what happened in the 90s, and the record companies pushed right from when it became more corporate in the mid 70s to push to make things more disposable and easier to consume and all that stuff, and then eventually it becomes peddling apathy, so it isn't worth anything. So then when you can get it for free, nobody wants to pay for it, so they didn't, and that's your fault. Deserved.
Well, a lot of people are buying those albums not because they want to listen to the album, because they want it on their shelf.
Yeah, and we slag them off. We say these covers are shit. The rest of them are crap. I mean, Foxtrot is awful. I don't see that as good. That's not good. You wouldn't have that on your wall. Come on, of course you wouldn't. Right, shall I do the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is Best Die Hard movie featuring music from the Die Hard franchise. And this is going to be tricky because I've never heard a Die Hard soundtrack. Best movie.
It's the actual movie, you see.
Isn't Die Hard 2 the best one? Is that true? I don't know. They're all the same to me, except for the crap ones.
Well, it's either Die Hard 1, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 is actually quite good. I actually find number 3 the most watchable. If there was if I had to watch a Die Hard movie now, I'd probably watch 3.
Right, okay. That's interesting.
Simple Simon Says.
See, in my head, I would say there's 1 and 2, and then 3 is all right. Because that's probably just because that's usually the way it is. It's the Back to the Future effect.
3's the one that shouldn't work. Actually works really well. It's a really good film. 1 is you've got this sort of like, Die Hard, isn't it a great film? And you watch it and it's sort of like, is it? It is good, but it's not like as good as it. Yeah, it's not as good as it's made up in your head. Die Hard 2 is better than Die Hard 1, in my opinion. Again, you wouldn't have thought that was possible.
The Godfather effect.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that was possible, but yeah, I'd actually watch Die Hard 3.
Goodness, mate. Goodness, mate.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Ghostbusters is the thing that really stands up.
Ghostbusters 1.
Yeah, not any of the others. There's that new one coming out.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Yeah, I think they've done the right things. They've just made a film that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you can do the next one.
Okay. Which is
Best alter ego.
the best alter ego is.
I can only think of one.
Is it got to be a musician?
Well, it just says best alter ego, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Well, obviously you go with either Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent as the best alter ego.
I wouldn't go with Clark Kent.
Clark Kent's a brilliant alter ego.
Well, it's obviously him. They're all idiots. He's only wearing glasses.
But if we're going music, then it's obviously got to be one of the David Bowie alter egos.
That's not what I thought of, actually.
Wasn't it?
No. Rail.
Oh, right.
That's
I was thinking sort of Aladdin Sane, Ziggy Stardust,
Yeah.
Then White Duke, all that
Yeah.
crap. I'm going to go with, the envelope says, Bruce Wayne.
Well done, Bruce
Who
Wayne.
would have thought?
You rich git.
I watched, is it Batman Returns? But not the...
That's not as good as I remember.
Not the Tim Burton one, the animated one based on the comic.
Oh, okay. I've not seen
Pretty
it.
good.
Very good, yeah.
Pretty good.
Is that Mark Hamill? Peter Hamill?
No...
That's the Joker?
No, it's not. It's I tell you, it's RoboCop plays Batman. I can't remember who else is in it. He's the main one I remember, but it was pretty good, pretty good. I have actually got the novel somewhere, the comic book novel, and it is one of the best apparently.
Oh, okay. See, comic book novels is something I actually want to read, and I've never got around to. It's one of those things that only read Watchmen.
Well, you get it. It's like that thick.
I know, and it takes about 10 minutes.
Yeah, you finish it in 10 minutes. It's like, what the hell?
I suppose you're supposed to sit there and look at the
pictures. Yeah. Okay, next. This really will be 3 hours in a minute.
Yeah. Have you got any gold envelopes? That's it.
That's it.
So thank you very much. Welcome to 2020.
Many exciting things coming up, I'm sure.
Yeah. And welcome back. Thanks for coming back, because obviously we just disappeared, didn't we?
Do you know what's happened over the last couple of months, Kev? I actually put jazz.
Sam put jazz on.
I put jazz on.
It's a moment.
Playlist. Here's a moment. So
You're getting old.
I'm getting old. I'm actually enjoying it.
It's like peas.
Yeah.
I love peas. Mushy peas, frozen peas, any peas. I just love peas. That's an age thing. That means I'm old.
I love a pea. Especially in the middle of the night. Absolutely busting.
Yeah.
It's nothing like getting back into bed.
Actually, apparently frozen peas are really nice. Straight out of the bag, you can eat. It's not, it won't kill you. Yeah. I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
Someone try it for us if you're still alive.
Right then, should we wrap this up?
Yeah. Cool. We'll see you soon. Cheers.